Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hawker Morning Podcast. I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm coming back at you with a tradition that I used to do a lot on this podcast, which is opening a random page in this book, Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation from Sanaya Roman. And you can use this as a sign from the universe. This book is full of quotes and affirmations and so much more. If you're interested to have a book that you can have next to your bed and just open random pages at and learn something from it, that's a great book to do that. But let me just... Oh, okay. We found a page and we have a quote right here. Let me read that out loud to you. You can decide to stop being affected by the outer world and instead to affect the world around you with your peace. Oh, I like it. Let me read it out loud again. You can decide to stop being affected by the outer world and instead to affect the world around you with your peace. I like it. I really do. And I feel like this is something, a learning that was so transformational for me to understand that whatever I see in other people is a mirror of myself. And that it is all about how I feel internally and how I react to circumstances. I decide how I'm labeling certain situations and certain emotions. It is not that certain things are just negative things, but through me giving a label on it and getting angry about it or getting sad or frustrated or stressed about it, that's what makes a situation negative. I think it's so interesting. I don't know which book I was reading. That was already a couple of years ago. And this is where I learned so much about how your thoughts decide how you view the world. And first you have a thought, and then this thought creates an emotion, and then you have in your mind you associate something with this emotion, if it's positive or negative. But you are actually in charge, and you have the power to change your thoughts and to decide to not take things in a negative way. I feel like a very common thing that happens to a lot of us is maybe you want to catch a train, you want to catch a bus or something like that, and you have this appointment you have to go to, but the train is late or the bus is late. And I feel like it's so interesting how people react differently to those kinds of situations. Some people are just getting really mad and really stressed. And what I really, really try to do is see the positive in that. If the train is late, I have 5 more minutes that I can use to read my book or to listen to an audiobook or listen to a podcast. It is 5 minutes that I can decide how I'm going to spend them. I can be mad or I can enjoy the time. And I know sometimes it's difficult to always see the positive, and I'm not saying that you always have to be positive, but as a general rule, that you try to improve your thoughts so you can see the good things of when just things happen. I don't even know if I ever told you this story. It actually happened a couple of weeks ago. Imagine this. It's Friday, and over the weekend I wanted to go to my boyfriend's place. And I had this other task that I still needed to get done at the house. And then I was able to finish earlier. I ran back home, took a shower, packed all my things, all within 20 minutes. And I immediately went to the train station. Turns out the train was late. First it said 25 minutes. Then after some minutes passed, it was always added some time. But I had my book with me, so I could really, really enjoy this. And at the end, I was waiting there for the train for 2 hours. And as I was in the train, I wasn't even halfway there. Then they were having like they basically told us, this is now the last station of this train. You have to get out, and there will be a bus that will get you there. That would also mean it was already night, so it was already late. I didn't have dinner yet, but that would also mean that I always need to take the train, and then I need to take the bus, and I wouldn't be able to catch the bus. So I ran to this bus, and then I was in the bus who took me somewhere, but I didn't have a possibility to get like to my boyfriend's place, basically. And I feel like if you hear this story, it would sound maybe really negative. It's like everything is going wrong. But to be honest, I had the best time of my life. I truly had the best time of my life, because while I was waiting for this train, I was reading my book, I was living my life. Then I talked to this older woman, and we started a conversation, and she was telling me about her life learnings, and I was telling her about what I do. And it was such a beautiful conversation that we had. And I told her, if this train wouldn't have been late, I would have never met her. And I'm so glad that I got to now have all those learnings from her. Afterwards, when I was sitting in the train and they were telling us that this was the last station of the train, there was a girl next to me who was like, oh. And I was just like, wait, do you also have to go to this other place? And then we got into a conversation, and we helped each other like catch the bus and stuff like that. And then we had conversations in the bus, and an older woman heard me because she needed to get to the same town that I had. And she was like, she's gonna call her husband, and he's gonna pick us up, and they're gonna bring me home. And even though like for a drive that would take you with the car 45 minutes and with the train 1.5 hours, took me, I think, 3.5 hours. So it was quite some time, but still I had an amazing time. And this situation really, really also taught me how you can decide how you want to feel. You can decide if you want to label a certain situation in a good or in a bad way. And I believe that in life always challenges will come up, but challenges are ways for you to grow. Something that I also was struggling in the past so much with is feeling so lost and feeling overwhelmed and feeling stressed. But something that's helped me so much through these situations is realizing that my body and mind, they're telling me something. They're telling me that this is not where I belong. This is not the path that I'm supposed to be on. If this university would have been the right thing, I wouldn't have felt these specific ways, because somewhere deep inside I knew I was made for bigger things, and I was made for different things, and that I need to follow my life purpose. And I feel like life, like you will always feel lost and overwhelmed until you do what you're meant to do. And so often we don't allow ourselves to do what we actually would need to do to get out of the slump, basically. We don't allow ourselves to take this courageous step outside of our comfort zone, to realize, okay, maybe this is not the career that I'm supposed to be in. This is maybe not the relationship I'm supposed to be in. This is maybe not the place I'm supposed to be in. And when you then, but also take the steps, it is like you free yourself. And isn't it a beautiful thing that your body can always tell you if you're in the right place or not? It can just tell you, okay, if there's something inside of you where you just don't feel that comfortable, or you just don't feel like this is it, you feel lost, you feel overwhelmed, this is your body giving you a sign. This is your intuition telling you where you should go next. So instead of repelling this feeling of overwhelmness, of stress, let it come to the surface. and realize what it is trying to tell you, and then take the steps accordingly. I think I told you already 1,000 times, I love it when I do visualizations with my clients. This is one of like the favorite thing that I do. I actually have posted back in December, there's like a visualization meditation to connect with your future self. Feel free to listen to this if you also want to really connect deep within how your dream future looks like. And every time, like when I start working together with a client, if it is one-on-one, but also in the Supportive Bestie Club, this is what we always do in the beginning, to connect with our higher vision, to connect with our dream life. And I love the fact how everyone has a different vision that comes up for them. Everyone has a different, unique vision. And I truly wholeheartedly believe that there's a reason that this specific vision is coming up for you. And I truly wholeheartedly believe that you are meant to achieve this vision. Like, this is within your reach, because otherwise you wouldn't be dreaming about it. This is within your reach. This life is waiting for you. There's a version of you out there that is already living this life. And it is on you to take the action and feel within, okay, do I feel overwhelmed right now? How do I feel? Where does this come from? And then adjust your path. If you don't change yourself, if you don't change your circumstances, if you don't do anything, nothing will change. And it is time for you to take responsibility over your life and realize what steps you need to get done to get closer to your dreams. Your dreams are waiting for you to become reality. They're waiting for you. There's so many amazing people out there who are waiting to meet exactly you. But you have to put yourself out there. You have to take the courageous steps to get there. And I think actually one of the most courageous things is taking the steps towards your dream life. I feel like people having dreams is just like they're trying to stay in this safe place. They're just trying to keep it safe, because if you have this dream and you don't pursue it in your mind, like, it is something that is still possible. But if you actually go for it, this will actually tell you if you can get there or not. This is like you are facing your biggest fears and showing yourself, am I gonna fail or am I gonna make it? But what if you could literally make it, but you're just waiting for years and years for things to change, but they just don't? Take action. Do the things that are necessary for you to go towards your dreams. And if you need support with that, you have this podcast. You have so many resources. You would also have the Supportive Bestie Club. As you know, I have this amazing group of women where we empower each other to go for our dreams. And we have weekly calls together where we reflect on our weeks. You get all the support that you need. You're being held accountable. You're in a part of a community. We're working on our mindsets. I'm doing all the things with you for you to gain clarity. Where are you right now? Where do you want to go? And what are the next steps that you need to take? If you want to get more information on that, feel free to message me on Instagram at greta.webhofer at greta.webhofer. I also am now opening up a couple of two one-on-one spots. So if you really, really want that support and you have this deep desire to go towards your dreams and to make a better life for you, the one-on-one is the best thing that I can offer to you, because I will guarantee you we will get there, and we will get there so much faster than if you would try to do it all on your own. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful day and you remember how powerful you are. You're so incredibly powerful, and I'm so proud of you. I talk to you soon. Bye.